When you say Chicago, you have to think of the Bears. And that's where we find ourselves for our matchup between Philadelphia and Chicago. And now to Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth for the game. Tom?
It will be clear and mild for today's game. Hello, folks. Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth getting set for this one. And this kick will get the game started from the 7. Chris, this looks to be a good one.
We should see both of these teams trying to establish a good balance on offense in this one. Whoever can do that should be able to win this thing.
They'll come out with bunch formation. Fakes to the back. It's a fumble. And they keep control of the ball. Well, that was a lucky bounce for the offense, Chris. They were right there to pick it up after he put it on the ground.
And you really said it right, because after all the game planning, after all the work that goes into a week, how many games are decided by a lucky bounce one way or another? That was good fortune for this offense.
He drops back to pass. Is there for the catch. He fumbled it. The defense gets it. Big-time play by this defense.
And wide receivers are so used to making jukes and moves out there, and sometimes they just get loose with the football. That one's stripped away, and that's a big play.
They'll give it off here. He's tackled at the 14. After that run, they might want to give him the ball a few more times.
I agree. It looks like the defense is a little tired out there. Whatever the case, they're having a tough time now stopping the run.
Right 20. Right 20.
What a brutal hit. So the halfback loses about 2 on the run. It's 2nd and 12. Ball on the 16. 3 wide receivers on the field. The quarterback in the shotgun.
Right 20.
Clark is the man in motion. He drops back. Huge pressure by the defense. Benson had it and dropped it. Benson was his intended target on that one, but they can't complete the pass. 3rd down and 12. Philadelphia lines up in a dime defense here.
Right 20. Kick 300. Kick 300.
Looking to throw. Goes for the end zone. Drops the sure pick. Booker was the intended receiver on the play, and it falls incomplete. They call on the field goal unit here. This will be a 33-yard attempt. He's got it. He makes that one pretty easily and puts it through for 3 points. He kicks it. Fielded at the 4. Dropped at the 30. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. They line up in a double tight set.
Here we go. What did he? What did he?
Pitch out. Brought down behind the line. That was a big-time play by a big-time athlete.
If you want to be considered one of the top quarterbacks in the National Football League, everybody has to be able to cover. But the top guys can not only cover, but come up and make big hits like that. Tremendous play.
He's looking to throw. Moves up in the pocket. There for the reception. And they get him at the 48-yard line. There was a defender right in his face that time.
But that's why you do all those concentration drills as a receiver. You know you're going to catch it in a crowd, and as we always say, you're going to get hit anyway, you might as well catch it.
Fakes the run. He threw off his back foot. Brought down at the 47-yard line. Pretty nice pickup on the pass that time.
And that's simply good design and execution on the pattern. They work hard all week in practice to make sure that on game day, they have that timing down perfectly.
Looks to pass. Gets the ball away. He's dropped at the 37. Good pickup by the receiver.
And we've always talked about this receiver's big play ability. He may not be the fastest guy in the league, but you can tell he wants the ball in his hands in big situations.
What did he? What did he?
Hands it to the back. And he makes it out to about the 37-yard line. Back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. That'll bring up second down. The Eagles set up in the gun.
Here we go. 5.
He drops back to pass. Goes through his read. Threw it right to him, but he can't hang on. Curtis was the intended target on that incomplete pass attempt. They line up at the 37. Philadelphia comes out in the shotgun.
What did he? What did he?
Back to pass. Throws short. He's brought down at the 34. Still not quite enough, however. They'll still be facing fourth down. And they can really put their opponent in bad field position with a good punt here. He gets it away. Through the end zone for a touchback. And they take the field again, looking to capitalize on their previous drive, which resulted in a field goal.
10. Wait 20. Wait 20.
They go with the run. He's tackled at the 24-yard line. About 4 yards on that play, and that will bring up second down. Benson lines up as the deep back, I formation.
Here we go. Wait past him.
He's looking to throw. Throws right. And they get him at the 40. The defense just didn't match up well on that play.
But you never know it if you were watching the quarterback. He stood in there strong, completely relaxed, and made that defense pay that time.
Wait 20. Wait 20. Kick 300. Kick 300.
Drops back to pass. Throws the bullet to the right. Knocked loose. A punishing blow by the defender.
And you know you're going to get hit as a wide receiver. You've got to hang on to those balls, but that was a big shot.
Chicago sets up in the I.
Wait 20. Wait 20.
Looks to pass. Throws out right. Brought down around the 45-yard line. He put something extra on that throw, and it'll keep the chains moving.
And that's really what it takes sometimes, because defenders are so quick out there. If you don't put a little extra pop on it, they can get there.
Another run. And he's decleated at the 42. He gains a couple of yards on the carry.
Boy, he just took a shot on that one. As a running back, the last thing in the world you want is a short gain and a big hit.
Wait 20. Wait 20. Kick 300. Kick 300.
He drops back. Throws out to the right. And he's hammered at the 28-yard line. He gunned that one in there for the first down, didn't he?
He really did, and when you watch a guy throw a ball that hard, they don't move their arm any faster. You see them driving off that back leg. That was a pretty pass.
Wait 20.
He'll get it again. He's dropped at the 26-yard line. Benson only picks up about a yard there on the draw play. The Bears come out in a single back formation.
Wait 20. Wait 20.
They give it to the tailback. He doesn't get back to the line. He couldn't get anywhere on that one.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to admit defeat on a play as a running back and just try and get that thing back to the line of scrimmage.
Wait White 20. White 20.
Looks to pass. Defense closing in. He's tackled right around the 10-yard line. And a nice pass to the tight end.
So much of the game today revolves around those substitution packages, trying to bring extra defensive backs on the field to try and help against the pass. But when you have a big receiving tight end, that really makes that plan awfully tough to execute.
He gets another carry. He's brought down around the 10-yard line. 1 yard gain on the play. That brings up second down. It's the 11th play of the drive. Chicago at a 4-wide set.
White 20. White 20.
Grossman set to go to the air. He's running out of time. Completed. Hit hard at the 3. That's a 7-yard gain. That'll bring up third down. So another third down upcoming for the offense. They line up in an I.
Here we go. White 20.
Hands it to the back. And they get him around the 1 yard line. They've got the defense completely off balance. It's another first down.
And you get the feeling this defense is fishing a little bit right now. They've tried a little bit of everything. Some man coverage, little blitz, little zone blitz, all these different combinations available to them. And yet time after time, these first downs keep on coming.
Defender gets his hand on it. Clark was the intended target on that incomplete pass attempt. From the 1 yard line. Chicago comes out with 3 receivers in the shotgun.
White 20. White 20.
With the hard throw out to his right. Grossman puts the ball right where he was able to come down with it for the score. So they're ready for the extra point. Point after is good. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Decent kick. Gathered at the 6. He's hammered at the 25. They had to punt it away on their previous drive. They'll set up shop at the 25. First down now and 10 to go. Philadelphia motions right. Little handoff. The defender gets him to the ground. Westbrook picks up about 4 yards on the delayed handoff. They line up at the 30. McNabb steps to the line of scrimmage. Single set backfield this time. Back to throw. And they're coming after him. And he's drilled at the 39-yard line. These days, you need a back who has good hands.
Yeah, running backs today have to be really complete players. You mentioned the fact they have to be able to catch the football and make plays on the outside, but blocking is so key as well. You have to be able to do it all if you're going to be playing halfback in the NFL.
Feeds it to the back. He's dropped at the 41-yard line. Maybe got a couple of yards, but that's about it. That'll bring up second down. They'll work from the shotgun.
What did he? What did he?
He's tackled at the 44-yard line. Westbrook gets 3 yards on the carry.
Man, oh man, that's what those defensive guys live for right there. A shot like that, and then they always get up and have a little something to say to you as you're going back to the huddle.
Blue 55.
He drops back. Looks for a man open. Hit and dropped behind the line. Despite the great effort, it will still bring up fourth. The Bears have everyone on the line. Looks like they're coming after this one. He gets it away. This one's going to go out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Their passing game led to a touchdown on their last drive, and you've got to think they won't deviate from what's been working. Single back formation.
Here we go. White 20. White 20.
And they get him around the 43-yard line. Pickup of about 5, and that will bring up second down. Philadelphia brings in the nickel here.
Here we go. White 20. White 20. Kick 300. Kick 300.
Looking to throw. He needs to get the pass off. Just clanks right off his hand. And he just managed to get a piece of it. Nice play by the defender.
And as a receiver, you really have to do a better job of coming back to the football at that point. You have to help the quarterback.
White 20. White 20.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback. Brought down at the 49-yard line. And it looks like he just barely got the first.
Yeah, it's almost like he knew exactly where that first down marker was and just got enough for the first down.
White 20.
Grossman hands it off. He makes a move, and he's brought down. Benson gains around 3 yards on the run. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 48. Grossman is under center. 2 tight ends this time.
Here we go. White 20. White 20.
Chicago motions right. Hands it to the back. He's dropped at the 46-yard line. Benson gains about 2 yards on the run. The backfield is in the offset I formation.
White 20. White 20.
Back to throw. He throws it. Drops the easy pick. And it's batted away at the last minute by the defender.
Just when it looked like the quarterback might sneak that one in there, a late pass defense and a good play.
He punts it. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The defense could do no wrong the last time this team had the ball. Smith comes in motion. McNabb drops back on first down. Makes the catch. Nice little pitch and catch with the wideout.
Patience for a wide receiver is just so key. He's able to manipulate that defense, set him up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
Drops back on first down. He's there for the catch. He's tackled at the 46-yard line. You know, it's really easy to overlook those big guys on the line, but they did a good job picking up the blitz there.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to play a zone coverage against this quarterback. He does a great job in recognition, and that time you could see him move the zone defense just a little with his eyes before he threw it in there.
He looks to throw on first down. Pass is complete. Defense pushes him out of bounds at the 35. That was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, great throw, but maybe even a better read. He understood by watching what the defense did after the snap of the football exactly where to go with that ball.
McNabb hands off. Dropped behind the line. Nowhere to go that time, as the defensive front got very good penetration.
And that's really the key to stopping the counter play. because with all those offensive linemen and the slow motion in the backfield, if you can get penetration, you can really disrupt the counter.
Pitch out. He makes his way to about the 28. 8 yards on the pickup.
You know you have a pretty special player at the running back position when, despite the fact that they're run blitzing him now, he can still get out of there and still come up with a nice gain.
There's a play fake with the catch. Knocked out at the 21. That was a decent gain there on the pass.
Yeah, no hesitation whatsoever. He hit that back foot, planted, threw the ball, knew exactly what he wanted to do.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Our score here, the Bears 10, the Eagles nothing. He looks to throw on first down. Brings it in. Tackled at about the 17-yard line. Westbrook gets him about 3 yards on that completion. That'll bring up second down. Expect the defense to turn it up a notch here in the red zone.
25.
Stiff arms, and he's brought down. Westbrook gains about 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 3, and this is the 9th play of the current drive.
What did he? Blue 55.
McNabb back to pass. He's been perfect on this drive. Knocks it away, and the pass will fall incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And those are the kind of big third down plays you have to have on defense to get the ball back and give your team a chance on offense.
They might have mistimed the snap on that one.
Full start offense.
He moved a little early on that one.
I used to always think that offensive linemen should go to the line of scrimmage and hold up either one finger or 2 fingers and look down when they get confused.
Akers can make this a one-possession game with this kick. And he makes it. Not much doubt as he puts that one right through the uprights. And here's your drive summary for that last series. Kicks it off. Hester from the 8. Drilled at the 30. They couldn't do anything against this defense on their last drive, and they were forced to punt. The backfield is in the offset I formation.
Kick 300.
Fakes the run. Dumps it out right. And the pass is incomplete. 2nd down for the offense after that incomplete pass. They'll go from the I formation.
20.
Run right side. He's tackled at the 30. He barely got it past the line of scrimmage that time. That'll bring up 3rd down. Grossman lines up under center. Single back formation this time.
20. Kick 300. Kick 300.
Back to pass. He throws a bullet out to his right. Interception. To the 20. To the 10. They'll get in for the touchdown. What an interception for this defense.
You know, it's bad enough offensively to throw an interception, but you can't let the guy run down the field for a touchdown. You have to turn into a defensive player at that point. They did not make that transition.
This kick should knot things up. It's good. And here's the kick. Davis from the 1. At the 30. Brought down at the 34-yard line. It'll be interesting to see how this quarterback reacts after throwing an interception on his last drive.
Here we go. Line 20.
It's the tailback. He's brought down around the 39-yard line. Gain of a handful. That brings up second down. From their own 39-yard line. Benson lines up as the single back.
Line 20. Line 20.
They hand it off again. He tries to spin and he is dropped. 1 yard gain on the play, and that makes it third down. Grossman is under center. 3 wide formation. Benson will run it again. They will be short. That play was stuffed from the get-go.
And it's not very often that I get really excited about defensive line play, but that time the guys up front on defense were just overpowering.
Gets the punt away. Makes the fair catch. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. They're in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers.
5 5 5 5
Brought down at the 18-yard line. That's a 1-yard pickup.
As a quarterback, you really want to make that pre-snap read, and it's kind of hard to not see the middle linebacker. He came on the blitz that time, and sometimes you just need to get out of a play like that.
Hands it to the back. And they get him at the 21. Westbrook gains around 3 yards on the counter play. Philadelphia lines up with 3 receivers, single back formation. He drops back to pass. On the run, he throws it. Tackled at the 24-yard line. It's completed, but it'll wind up short.
Well, it's not a horrible call in that situation because you put the ball in the hands of a playmaker. You try and allow him to create, but you're seeing now defensively, when they close together like that, it's going to be awfully tough to pick up that first down.
He gets it away. Makes the fair catch. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game.
Kick 300. Kick 300.
Give to the tailback. He lost yardage on the play. Tried the run, but there was nothing available.
And if you can make a running back hesitate just a little, that time you could see there really was no hole, and the running back was just fishing for a place to go.
20.
He's looking to throw. Gets the pass away. And he should have had that one. He tried to thread the needle on that last one and threw it right into coverage.
Well, you have to admire his courage. He's not afraid to make any throw, anytime, anywhere, but he's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Line 20. Line 20.
Back to pass. Throws on the run. Catch is made. Brought down right around the 42-yard line. What happened there, Chris?
Well, they got caught in man-to-man coverage on that play, and I couldn't tell if the defender slipped a little bit or not. Maybe he just got beat on the play.
Line 20. Line 20.
Sets up the play action. Comes down with it. And he's knocked out right around the 44-yard line. The defense was looking run, and they threw it for a big gain.
Well, when you have a talented running back like this, you always have to account for him. That time, a nice play-action pass opened it up down the field.
It's the tailback. Stiff arms, and the defender still makes the tackle. Benson only gets about a yard there on the halfback counter. We've got 2nd and 9 here. Ball on the 44. Chicago lines up in a shotgun set.
Here we go. Wait 20. Wait 20. Kick 300. Kick 300.
He's looking to throw. He rolls out to the right. Makes the catch. Knocked out around the 30-yard line. Great pickup for the first on that play.
And really what makes NFL football so special is the ability of these quarterbacks to throw it and these great receivers to catch it. That's just fun to watch.
Another run. They tackle him for a loss. That defensive lineman just seems to have a knack for finding the ball carrier.
You know, listen, I would never want to block a defensive lineman. So, I've seen these guys. I know these guys. They're big and they're nasty. But at least from an offensive standpoint, you have to try to get in their way.
He's tackled at the 28-yard line. Pickup of about 5, and so it'll be 3rd down. They line up with one running back in the backfield, 3 wide.
Wait 20. Wait 20. Kick 300. Kick 300.
Drops back. Short throw to the right. And they get him at the 20. And it's the tailback with a big catch.
And tailbacks love that. Anytime they can get into the open field, think about that position. You're constantly pounding the ball inside and getting hit by those big linebackers. Now you get out in open space and you have a chance to make a play.
He'll get it again. Tackled at about the 13-yard line. Picked up about 6 yards that time, and that will bring up 2nd down. 2 tight end formation this time.
Here we go. Wait 20. Wait 20.
Someone jumped early down there.
We got to hold him right here. It wasn't clean enough.
Full start, offense.
And that one got him 5 yards.
Well, if you want to know why
Second
Pee Wee
down.
football coaches make you run a lap if you jump off sides, it's because it can really have a negative impact on your offense, just like that one.
Wait 20. Wait 20.
Back to pass. With the throw. And he catches it. Knocked out of bounds at the 16. Not much of a gain at all on that completion. What happened on that one?
Well, I think the offense really just trying to make a safe throw rather than taking a big chance and throwing it down the field. You get the ball in the hands of your receiver and let him try and make a play. That time, nothing there.
Scans the field. Andy has been his go-to guy on the drive. That was a big-time play by the receiver.
And talking to this receiver earlier this week, he told me he had a lot of plays in the playbook, and he thought he was going to have a big day.
They put everyone up on the line.
Wait 20. Wait 20. Kick 300.
He throws right. What a catch! Touchdown! Just a superb effort there to find the fullback for the score.
So many times you forget about the fullback on the goal line thinking that he's just going to be a lead blocker when he sneaks out there on a pass route, just so hard to defend.
It's good. Chicago is up 7. Here's a quick look at the drive summary. And here's the kick. Fielded at the 4. Drilled at the 28-yard line. They were forced to punt on their last drive. They'll set up shop at the 28-yard line. First down now and 10 to go.
Here we go. What did he? What did he? Blue 55.
Play fake. Throws while on the run. Intercepted. He's tackled around the 41-yard line. What an interception. He read that perfectly.
And you could really see him baiting the quarterback on that one. He wanted him to believe the receiver was open, but he had it all the way.
Here we go. White 20. White 20.
They run a counter. And they get him at about the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard, if anything, on the run. From the 40-yard line. They'll come out in the shotgun.
White 20. White 20.
Fakes to the back. Surveys the field. It's completed. He's brought down right around the 16-yard line. That's the arm strength we've been talking about all week.
And you know the amazing thing about this guy, we all talk about his arm strength, but did you see how fluid that delivery was? He didn't even look like he was trying to throw it hard.
First down, looking to throw. And it's completed. He's dropped at the 10. That's a 7-yard gain.
Nice play there. It's only 7 yards, but that's the kind of underneath throw that eventually opens up some throws down the field.
They'll go from the I formation.
White 20.
Dumps it out left. He's tackled at the 3. They get about 7 yards on the pass and pick up a first down.
And that one keeps this drive going. Nice play that time by the quarterback and the receiver.
They're crowding that line of scrimmage.
White 20. White 20.
Oh, and they got him. I have to say they're going to have to protect the quarterback a little better than this, or it's going to be a long game for him.
You got to be kidding me. You can't keep letting your big money quarterback get hit like that. He's going to be out of the game. That's one of those situations the quarterback gets back in the huddle and he starts looking around at the guys like, you want to earn your paycheck today?
Brought down around the 4-yard line. Just about 3 yards there.
And that's why you send all those guys to plug up the holes, and that time there were no holes, really, and he was lucky to get anything on the play.
White 20.
Grossman with the give. He didn't get back to the line. The offensive line didn't get much of a push on that play, and the runner was stuffed.
Well, that's what happens when defensively you get every gap covered. There is simply nowhere to go with the football. No chance for the running back that time.
Here's the kick. Right down the middle. Solid kick that time, and he puts it right through the uprights, converting for the field goal. The kick is away. Jackson from the 5. And it looks like we have a flag down on the play. Looked like someone got caught holding. Here's the official call.
Holding by the receiving team.
And I really didn't see the hold there.
Honestly, Tom, there is holding on every single play. I mean, the rule changes now allow for the guys to grab, but you have to keep inside the framework of the defensive player. As long as you do that, it typically doesn't get called. It did there.
Drops back to pass. And they got him. And that play has to be disappointing for the offensive line coach.
Yeah, you could say that. They just did a terrible job picking up the blitz there. And now as a defense, if you see an offense that's really struggling trying to pick up the blitz, what happens? You send it more and more and more. If they don't stop the blitz, it is going to be a long afternoon.
Dropped an easy one. Brown wasn't able to bring it in. Incomplete pass on the play. 3rd down and 13 to go. Ball on their own 10. Chicago lines up in a dime defense here.
25. 25.
Drops back. Looking for an open man. struggles to find his target with that one. He can't bring that one in. That would have been a heck of a catch.
And sometimes I think quarterbacks get so cautious on throws like that because they don't want to turn the football over. Give your guy a chance to make a play down the field.
Roca punts it, and he really got a leg into this one. Hester takes it at the 47. Tackled at the 36-yard line. The offense takes the field, hoping to come away with more than just a field goal on this drive.
Right 20. Right 20.
Here's the give. He's tackled at the 35, and the halfback has nowhere to go. We've got 2nd and 9 here. Ball on the 35-yard line. Chicago sets up in the eye.
Here we go. Right 20. Right 20.
Looks to pass. Makes the short throw. The defender got there in time to break that play up.
He did. He was able to get his hands on the ball, but if he had missed that one might have turned into a really big play.
Here we go. Right 20.
Back to pass. The defense has him surrounded. He lost it. Williams gets his hand on it and scoops it up. They got that one back.
Sometimes there's nothing more interesting than a fumbled football because that oblong-shaped football really makes for some interesting bounces out there. They were lucky to get that one back.
He gets it away. Into the end zone for a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we'll see if they can put something together after their last drive ended with a 3-and-out. They'll throw on 1st down. He needs to get the pass off. Caught out of bounds, incomplete. It looked like he tried to drag his feet as he was going out, but he couldn't get him down.
You know, and sometimes that happens. The quarterback put it in a spot where only he could catch it. The problem was the ball was just a little off target.
And the booth is going to challenge this one. They want to see if he was able to get both feet in bounds before going out.
Yeah, and think about this one from the official standpoint. Not only do they have to see whether or not he had clear possession of the football, but he had to have his feet in bounds. I don't know how, as an official, you can see both.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is overturned.
So after taking another look, they'll give him the catch.
Well, and that's exactly why they have the eyes in the sky, because every once in a while on the sideline, the officials can miss one, but they come back and they get it right, and that's what's really important.
He drops back, looking for a receiver. And he's out of bounds, incomplete. They went with a sideline pass, but he couldn't stay in bounds.
And that would have been a spectacular catch if he'd been able to come up with that one, just thrown a little bit too far outside.
Here's the halfback. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They didn't have the ball long there.
And 3-and-outs are embarrassing for an offense. When you go out there and run 3 plays and have to go jogging back to your sideline, those defensive guys, they aren't too happy.
Gets the punt away. Hester fields it at the 34. Down the sideline. He took a shot at the 37. And that was an impressive display of speed on the return.
Wow, there are not a lot of guys in this league that can beat him in a foot race. And not only does he have that incredible straight line acceleration, but he also gets up to full speed very quickly. And that's one of the things that makes this guy deadly. You do not want to give him even a little tiny seam, or he's going to take it.
He is hit hard on the play. The offense had a tough time picking up all their blocks on that play.
You know, you can draw up any sort of protection scheme and blocking scheme that you want, but ultimately this game comes down to one big man against another big man, and that time the defense's big men, they won the battle.
Short throw, there for the catch. He's pushed out right around the 32-yard line. Pretty nice throw on that play.
And a pretty good catch on the other end, too. That's one of those plays that's quickly becoming one of the staples in this offensive passing attack.
The halfback with the carry. What a hit at the 35-yard line. The defensive line sniffed that play out beautifully.
Yeah, and defensive linemen aren't the big fat guys that they used to be. These guys are athletes. They can move, and if you don't fool them on the delay, they're going to be standing right there in the face of the running back.
McNabb lines up under center. I formation this time. They'll throw on first down. Brown had it and dropped it. Brown was the intended receiver, and he can't bring it in. They line up at the 20. They line up in the I formation. Drops back to pass. He throws on the run. And they get him around the 29-yard line. Good job locating the gap in the coverage on that play.
You know, that's the kind of pass pattern I used to always love to run, because if the defense is even a little bit lax in their coverage, it's pretty easy to get that one in there.
It's fourth down. The punt team is on the field looking to kick this one away. He gets it away. It'll go out at midfield. They had to punt it away on their previous drive. Benson lines up as the single back. There are three receivers split out wide.
Kick 300. Kick 300.
Looking to throw. Gets the throw off. Makes a cut. And he will be hit and dropped. The quarterback did a good job of recognizing the coverage and finding the open man.
As a receiver, when you go against a zone defense, it's much more about recognition and knowing where the holes in that zone defense are. That time the receiver executed perfectly and found the open spot.
The quarterback was lucky to get rid of the ball there.
And the protection just has to be better, because right now this pressure is starting to get in the head of the quarterback. He's making some bad throws.
Give to the tailback. He fights forward to about the 33. A gain of 3 yards. That'll bring up third down. Philadelphia lines up with 5 defensive backs.
Right 20. Right 20.
He fakes it. Throws it short. Great open field tackle. That completion won't amount to much, and they'll wind up short of the first on the play.
Very disappointing for an offense to get a completion and not get the first down. The receiver's job there is to make somebody miss. Clearly have to give the defense credit there. They won.
The kick is away. Taken from the 3-yard line. They get him at the 27. And we've come to halftime here. The score is 23-10. He kicks it. He'll return it from the 3. Drilled at the 30. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Only one man back.
Here we go. Right 20. Right 20.
Clark moves in motion. Give to the tailback. Brought down behind the line. He tries to wriggle away, but he's stopped for a loss.
Well, Tom, the offensive line just didn't get any push there. They've got to do a better job knocking those guys off the line of scrimmage.
Right 20. Right 20. Kick 300. That's on.
On the ground, up the middle. He fights forward to about the 30. The running back gains 2 yards on the carry. They'll bring in their dime package.
White 20. White 20.
Drops back. Short pass. Tackled at the 33-yard line. And for as good of a catch as that was, this offense now has to deal with a 4th down. Punts it. Jackson takes it at the 32. They really did a good job keeping him contained on that one.
Yeah, that certainly wasn't one of his best efforts there. Maybe if he would have gotten a little more help from his blockers, he could have broken one out of there. You know, sometimes it just takes one good block to create a seam to get one up the field.
Gives it off. He's dropped at the 35. Westbrook comes away with 2 yards on the carry. They line up at the 35. Philadelphia is going with the offset eye backfield.
Here we go. 35. What did he? What did he? Set.
They'll keep it on the ground again. He's tackled around the 38-yard line. Westbrook gains around 3 yards on the run.
Hey, you lock it up. 35. 35. Set.
Looks to pass. He throws left. Brings this one in. And they get him at the 47-yard line. Good gain on the pass to the running back.
It's tough to pay too much attention to a running back in the passing game because at least half the time they're staying in the block. So when they do slip out, occasionally they can hit you for a big play.
What did he? Blue 55. Set.
Drops back on 1st down. Drops the sure pick. A great play by the defense to knock the ball away.
And these defenders have been close all day. You better be careful if you're the quarterback. One of those is going to turn into an interception.
Philadelphia lines up in the offset eye this time.
Here we go. 25. 25. Set. Set.
Back to pass. Passes the ball. Into traffic, and it's picked off. And the safety made a really nice play on the ball to grab that interception.
You know, this safety is known for his big hits, but that time it was his soft hands that made the difference.
They'll go from the I formation.
Here we go.
Fakes the run. Makes the throw up the middle. Tackled right around the 38-yard line. They pick up solid yardage there.
And I love to watch this wide receiver work. He is so patient with his routes. He gets down low into his cuts, and he really understands what the defense is trying to do to take him away, and he is working them over.
Grossman comes up to the line. 3 wide receivers split out wide.
20. White 20.
Feeds it to the back. He's tackled at the 37. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Gain of 2.
They line up at the 37. Benson is the deep back as they line up in the eye.
Set. White 20. White 20.
He gets another carry. And they get him at the 37. Maybe a yard on the run by the halfback. Offense with 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Ball on the 37.
White 20. White 20.
They hand it off. Tackled at the 32-yard line. The halfback picks up maybe 5 yards on the draw play. They line up at the 32. Kicks it, got plenty of distance, and right down the middle. And that was not an easy kick, Chris.
Yeah, it looked like a little adrenaline kicked in on that one, didn't it? Maybe even surprised him how far he hit that one.
He kicks it off from the 5-yard line. He's hammered at the 31. On his last drive, the quarterback completed a pass, but to the other team. Throwing another one could be disastrous to this offense. 3 wideouts here.
Here we go. What did he? What did he?
Westbrook gets it on the inside. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Nice stop on that play.
Yeah, great defense at the point of attack, but also very impressive the pursuit to the ball. They were all coming there.
35. 35.
McNabb hands it off straight ahead. Brought down at the 34. Westbrook gets 6 yards on the play. From their own 34-yard line. 1 man in the backfield.
What did he? What did he? Set.
He's looking to throw. Down the middle. Pass completed. And they get him around the 47-yard line.
I think Donovan McNabb can just make you look so bad at times. You know, he has the quick release. He gets the thing out of there. Sometimes he takes off with a run and makes you play sort of a spy situation against him. But then you forget how big an arm he really has. He has the ability to get the ball as far downfield as anybody in this league.
He's dropped for a loss. Loss of 3 on the completion.
Boy, that's just great anticipation by the defense there. They saw that play coming and were all over it.
The Eagles line up with an offset eye backfield.
Here we go. What did he?
And they motion a guy to the right. Westbrook gets the carry right side. He's dropped at the 46-yard line. And a pickup of about 2, and that makes it 3rd down. Chicago lines up in a dime defense here.
Here we go. 35. Set. 35.
He drops back, scans the field, and it's caught. Brought down at the 40. Everything seemed to work perfectly on that one.
And that's a pattern that this team likes to run. You know they've been studying that all week on film, and yet they still can't stop it.
Here we go. What did he? What did he? Set. Set.
Drops back to pass. He throws it. And they get him around the 36-yard line. Wilson gains about 4 yards there, so that'll make it 2nd down. They'll come out in the eye.
55. Blue 55. Set.
McNabb hands it off straight ahead. He lost yardage on the play. He was caught with nowhere to go.
This is a pretty good running back, and if you can hem him up like that, pretty impressive.
McNabb is under center. Single backfield this time.
What did he? What did he?
McNabb has completed every pass on this drive. It's tipped, and the defender breaks up the play.
Just great position that time on the defensive side. The receiver really never had a chance on that one.
The punter's going to try to pin them deep in their own territory with a good punt here. He punts it. Down in the end zone for a touchback. They had to settle for a field goal on their last drive. They take the field again, looking to put up another score. They line up in the I formation.
Here we go.
Grossman drops back. One-handed catch. Tackled at the 21. The defense was right there for the stop on the play, not much of a gain at all.
Yeah, let's give a little credit to the coaching staff on that play. You talk all the time about film study and preparation and knowing what the other team is trying to do to you. That time the defense was all over it.
Drops back, looks down the field, makes the grab. He's brought down around the 36-yard line. That ball was thrown into tight coverage.
This guy doesn't care. He'll throw it into anywhere. Plus, he knows that he throws the ball so hard, there's not a defensive back out there that could catch it. If they could, they'd be playing wide out.
The halfback with the carry. Cuts back, and he's dropped. They get 6 there. That'll bring up second down. So second down now. The offense needs about 4 for the first.
Right 20. Right 20. Kick 300. Kick 300.
They'll keep it on the ground again. Brought down at the 49-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play. They'll go from the I formation. Grossman sends a guy in motion to the right. Grossman sets up the play action. And he caught it. Tackled around the 38-yard line. Pretty good gain right there.
You have so many people on this offense that you have to account for. The tight ends, the wide receivers, the running backs, even the quarterbacks. And now they're throwing to the fullback. That's almost not fair.
Again with the carry. And they get him right around the 36-yard line. And the halfback has nowhere to go. 2nd and 9. Ball on the 37-yard line. The Bears line up with an offset I backfield.
Right 20. Right 20. Aspen.
He'll get the call again. Brought down at the 36-yard line. Gain of 2.
That was a big shot right there. You talk about getting your bell rung. That was the Liberty Bell ringing that time.
Peterson gets the carry. It appears to be short. The halfback picks up maybe 5 yards on the draw play. The kick is up. And right down the middle. And he put that one through nicely.
It's a pretty rare kicker that can kick a ball that far with that kind of accuracy. That was just a cannon shot.
And here's the kick. Jackson fields it at the 1. Hit and dropped at the 28-yard line. Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive. The Eagles go with the I formation.
5v5, 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 set.
Back to pass. Flips it out short. Hits him square in the hands, but he fails to bring it in. Brown was the intended receiver, and he can't bring it in. The Eagles come out in a shotgun set.
Here we go. What did he?
He drops back to pass. Looks for a man open. He got decleated. Pass completed for a gain of 9. 3rd and 1 coming up on this play. Ball on their own 37. They'll come out in the I.
Here we go.
Nice play fake. Throws it short. Makes the reception. He's brought down at the 44-yard line. He makes the catch, and Chris, that'll move the chain.
And they're doing it with short ball control type passes. This is the type of offense that really frustrates a defense.
And he will lose yardage on the play. No one picked up the linebacker, and it cost them.
And when your defensive line can handle their guys up front and not allow the offensive linemen to get down on the linebackers, it really gives those linebackers a chance to look great.
McNabb drops back to pass. He's wide open. He's tackled at the 47-yard line. 6-yard gain on the play. So that'll make it 3rd down. Offset I formation in the backfield. Play fake. Interception. Tackled at the 34. What a big-time play. I can't believe he hung on to it.
Well, we're going to have to quit using that old cliche about cornerbacks and defensive backs not being able to catch the football. That was some play that time.
Right 20.
Grossman will look to pass. Dumps it out right. Knocked away. The defender was able to get a hand on it.
And really, that came as a result of pretty physical play at the line of scrimmage. They're banging these guys around and not letting them get into their routes.
Here we go. Right 20. Aspen.
He drops back to pass. Is there for the catch. He's dropped around the 23-yard line. He shows no hesitation and gets it in there to get the 1st down.
Yeah, you wouldn't hesitate either if you were standing back there in the pocket. I say the heck with it. Get it out of there fast. Let somebody else handle it for a little while.
Grossman sends a guy in motion to the right. Fakes the run. And the back has some running room. Huge hit. Nice pass play.
It really was in the 80s that we first started seeing offenses throwing the ball to the fullback. You know, for so many years, those guys were just big blockers.
Here we go. Right 20. Right 20.
Nice play fake. Throws it short. And he just got hammered. They fake the handoff and complete the pass for a 6-yard gain. 6 more yards for the score. They line up in a double tight set.
Right 20. Right 20.
Here's the halfback. Dropped behind the line. Well, they wind up in reverse that time. Good push by the defense.
And when the defense gets that kind of penetration, it just disrupts everything for an offense. They have to get that guy blocked.
Right 20. Right 20.
Setting up play action. Out of bounds, incomplete. The quarterback led the receiver just a little too much.
Yeah, he put a little too much on that pass and forced the receiver to make the catch out of bounds.
Kick is up. It's good. Good job putting that kick right on target, and it goes through for 3 points. He gets his leg into this one. Jackson from the 2. He's hammered at the 28-yard line. The quarterback leads his offense back onto the field after turning it over on their last drive. They come out in a nickel.
Here we go. 5. Set. 255. Set.
They give it to the tailback. He's hammered in the backfield. What can they do to slow his pursuit down?
So many times it's up to that backside blocker to get his guy on the ground, and it sounds ugly, but typically those guys are chopping at their knees and trying to knock them off their feet, so there's some cutback lanes.
Looks to pass. He throws left. There for the reception. Back to the line, but nothing more. Philadelphia is going with the offset I backfield.
25.
Drops back. Throws the bullet to the left. He's brought down around the 41-yard line. He made the right read on that pass.
Nice play that time by the quarterback. You know, we talk about progressions and going from one receiver to the next, but this quarterback is doing a great job in the pre-snap read, knowing who the first guy will be and getting him the football.
Gives it off. A nasty hit at the 38. It looked as if the offensive line just collapsed on that play.
And it looked like this defensive line just beat him off the snap. Sometimes those guys can time out the quarterback's cadence, and if the quarterback doesn't start changing that snap count, his offensive line's going to really struggle.
Curtis was the intended receiver, but they can't complete the pass. The defense is in the 3-2-6 defense. Man in motion.
25.
He drops back to pass. Throws left. And they get him at the 45. They were able to complete the pass on the play, but they'll still end up short of the first down.
And it's really up to the receiver in that situation to try and split the defenders. He has to find a way to duck a shoulder, to roll his head, to do something to, yes, they got the tackle, but they got it while I was still moving forward and able to pick up the first down.
At the 30, to the 20, to the 10. And he's dropped inside the 5. That pass is good for a first down.
And he had some zip on that one, didn't he? He reared back and threw that one about as hard as he could.
First down now, they'll be looking for 6 points here. They're crowding the line. Hands it off. He's tackled at the 1. A gain of a yard, if anything, on the run. We're at play number 9 on the current drive. Westbrook lines up as the deep back, I formation. He's in for the score.
How about that little juke in the middle of that move? That's just a one-on-one athletic play that time. That was fun to watch.
And they'll try to tack on 2 points here. The Eagles go with the I formation.
Here we go. 25. What did he?
Drops back. Looking for an open man. And they won't get the 2. And that was a nice play to get in there for the sack.
The key to playing defense is getting good penetration. If you can make that quarterback move around sometimes, even if you don't get to him like they did on that play, you can still disrupt an offense.
He's hammered at the 29-yard line. And they take the field again, looking to capitalize on their previous drive, which resulted in a field goal. Chicago comes out with an I formation.
Kick 300. 20. Kick 300.
Grossman with the give. He's brought down at about the 29-yard line. Less than a yard, and that will bring up second down. The backfield is in the offset I formation.
Here we go. Like 20. Like 20.
Play action. Passes to his left. And he dropped him in the open field. And a long third down try coming up for them now after that stop by the defense.
And now we're down to the part of the game that I think decides most games. You make a good play on second down, now you're bringing up a third down situation. Either you keep the drive alive here or the defense turns it over to the offense.
Throws out left. He makes a great open field tackle. The wide receiver and the quarterback are on the same page today.
Yeah, and this wideout really is something special. He's able to find the holes in the coverage. He gets good separation, and he has tremendous hands.
Right 20. Right 20.
Play fake. They sacked him. That was an excellent play by the defensive end.
Man, that guy has a great jump off the ball. In the league now, we are seeing some of the best athletes in all of football playing the defensive end position, and if you can't get them blocked, you're going to have to start thinking about chipping them with a back or putting a tight end over there.
He tries to spin, but he's brought down. The misdirection play gets a yard at the most. Grossman lines up under center. Single backfield this time.
Here we go. Right 20. Right 20. Kick 300.
Give to the tailback. Tackled at about the 39-yard line. A lot of coaches would have tried to get the first here.
Yeah, but you do gamble if you put the ball in the air in that situation. I think right now the coach is saying I have more faith in my defense to make some stops than my offense to convert that play.
Punts it. He fields the punt at the 20, and they get him about the 25-yard line. Their last drive ended in a touchdown, and they take the field again, hoping for a similar result. The Bears line up with 6 DBs on the field. Drops back, dumps it out left. Out of bounds around the 28-yard line. And the defense just ate that one up, Chris.
Yeah, you're not going to fool this defense on plays like that very much. At least he got the ball out of there, though.
McNabb drops back to pass. Completed. He's tackled at the 35. So they pick up quite a few yards on that play.
Yeah, really a nice route that time. One of the keys to playing wide receiver is the ability to not only get into cuts, but to get out of the cuts. That time, very explosive coming out of that cut, and it made the difference.
They'll throw for the first. Throws it short. It's incomplete. It's a tough situation. What would you do here, Chris?
Well, it just depends on how much you trust your defense to get the football back. This other team has a lot of offensive weapons. Tough decision here.
Gets it away cleanly. Hester fields it at the 27, and they get him at the 34-yard line. They couldn't do anything against this defense on their last drive, and they were forced to punt. Benson is the lone setback. 3 receivers in the formation.
Right 20. Right 20.
Play action. Passes it. Almost picked. Bennett wasn't able to bring it in. Incomplete pass on the play. Second down, 10 yards to go. They'll work from the shotgun.
Here we go. Right 20. Right 20.
Drops back to pass. Throws a bullet. Makes the catch. Brought down at the 37. Short completion there that doesn't give them much in terms of yardage that time.
Well, the defense forced them to make the quick read and throw on that one. The catch was made, but there wasn't much yardage to go along with it. It's up to the receiver to make something happen on a play like that.
He's dropped at about the 37-yard line. Got a couple, but will still be short of the marker.
Great play by the defense. You always hear coaches talking about whoever gets lower. Get your pad level lower than the offensive lineman. That time this defensive line did exactly that.
He gets it away. Jackson takes it at the 21, and they get him at the 24-yard line. I'm sure they would have liked to have gotten a little better return out of him there.
No question about it. He needs a little more help out of his blockers than he got right there. This is a dangerous guy, and if he can get in some open space, he can create some problems for you, but just no space to be found there.
Looking to throw. Gets away. Passes the line. Tackled at the 35. Good work there to get a few yards on the scramble.
Boy, in that kind of situation, you just think that if they're going to pick up the first down on you, they're going to have to do it throwing the football. But that time, the quarterback got out in the open field and got it done.
Drops back. He throws right. What a shot! A good amount of yards that time on the pass.
And running backs who are good receivers are pretty rare. You know, a lot of times those guys, they come out and they're good running the football, but they don't make the kind of plays in the passing game. This guy can clearly do both.
First down, looking to throw. Surveys the field. He's there for the catch. Good read of the defense on that pass play.
Yeah, and throws like that really settle a quarterback down. It's all about getting into the flow of a game, and you can see he's getting comfortable now.
McNabb looking to pass. Bats it away. The pass was deflected and swatted away by the defender.
I think the quarterback may have had to throw that ball a little sooner than he wanted to. The pressure was starting to get there.
He's looking to throw. Goes through his read. Pass is complete. And this receiver just loves it when the defense is in man coverage.
Yeah, there's no better feeling than when you're coming off the ball and you know it's just you and the guy across from you. That's just good old-fashioned football, but you also know typically when you get man coverage, your quarterback is under pressure.
They'll throw on first down. Looking for a receiver. McNabb has plenty of time. Brought down behind the line. They lost 9.
You got to give the defense a lot of credit on that one. They made a little correction at the line of scrimmage, and they had that play pegged right from the start.
The Eagles come out with 3 wide receivers. Quarterback in the shotgun. McNabb drops to throw. He's under a heavy rush. Jackson was the intended target on that incomplete pass attempt. The offense faces another third down situation here as they line up. McNabb lines up under center. They'll line up in the I formation. He drops back. He passes short. He's tackled at the 30. And a pretty solid pickup in that 3rd and long situation, but they'll still wind up well short.
Well, that's just one of those impossible situations there, but they did a good job of adding some yards onto the punt. So essentially there they were just playing for field position.
Passes to his left with the catch. He's brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll take over at the 23. 1st and 10. Chicago lines up in the offset I this time. They motion to the left. Counter play. And he makes it out to about the 24-yard line. The halfback gets a couple there on the counter. They line up at the 24. Offset I formation in the backfield. The halfback with the carry. Brought down around the 25-yard line. So at the most, he gains a few inches.
And Tom, that was because the defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
Sets up the play action. He's going for it all. Brings it in. And they get him at the 33-yard line. Boy, did he fire that one downfield.
This guy's arm is really something, isn't it? He's not afraid to make any throw at any time.
Here we go.
On the delay. Tackled at the 28-yard line. Benson gains about 5 yards on the run. Second down and 5 to go. Ball on the 28. Benson alone in the backfield.
Right 20.
Again with the run. He's tackled about the 25-yard line. Gain of 2.
And they really ran right into the blitz. That's a time that a veteran quarterback should have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. You could see the blitz coming. He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
On the ground with a tailback. Brought down at the 26-yard line. And they get no push for the offensive line.
Oh, yeah, they did. They were all moonwalking on that play. They were pushing. They were just pushing and going backwards.
Kick is up, and he got all of this one. Hits the upright, no good. I'd like to see him get another chance in this game. That wasn't his best effort. And after that miss, the score remains the Bears 32, the Eagles 16.
Here we go. 25. Set.
Smith in motion.
25. Set.
Drops back to pass. Takes a shot deep to the right. Tipped away. What an effort out there. He just got his hands in there and broke it up.
I love watching the closing speed of this defense. When they see the ball, they go get it.
He drops back. Passes it out. Catch is made. He's brought down right around the 46-yard line. Another completed pass puts him over the 300-yard mark.
And you know, this guy just loves to play football. I really like talking to him before the game. You can hear the passion in his voice. And when you have a leader that has that kind of passion and that kind of emotion, it's just so much easier to play the game.
They'll throw on first down. Gets the pass out. And he makes the tall grab. Good yardage that time on the pass.
And how'd you like that throw by the quarterback? A little touch, a little lob in over the top, like an alley-oop in basketball.
McNabb will look to throw. With the pass. It's intercepted. Make that the 4th interception on the day for this defense.
Well, you have a football, a little wrapping paper, a nice bow on top, perhaps a little glitter, a lot of gift-wrap presents for this defense today.
First down now and 10 to go. Ball on their own 34. They line up in an I.
Here we go. Right 20. Right 20. Kick 300.
Fullback on the inside give. And they get him at the 37. Just about a 3-yard gain. That brings up second down. Offset I formation in the backfield. 2 minutes left in the ball game.
Right 20. Right 20.
Fakes to the back. He throws short. Comes down with it. He's tackled at the 47-yard line. The defense was coming with a heat on that play.
Yeah, tough to match up one-on-one in man coverage against that wide receiver. He's pretty good.
Here's a draw. He fights forward to around midfield. Gain of 3. That'll bring up second down. 2nd and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 50. They're packed in tight on the line. Setting up play action. And he catches it. Tackled at the 41-yard line. A nice completion to the tight end.
I always thought tight ends were sort of like pacifiers for babies. You know, just about the time that you need a little security blanket, you know where to go.
Here we go. Right 20. Right 20.
They hand it off again. And they get him at the 41-yard line. And the halfback has nowhere to go. They line up at the 41. The backfield is in the offset I formation.
Right 20. Right 20. Aspen.
Again with the run. He doesn't get back to the line. Disappointing loss there for the offense.
There are just some guys in this league that you have to run away from, but the danger in that is you run away from him and he uses his speed to catch you from behind.
They go with the kneel down. The Bears are lining up to punt this one away. They're trying to pin them deep with a solid punt right here. He gets it away. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The quarterback threw a pick on their last drive. Let's see if he's able to shake it off. And they'll try one last pass to pad some stats, but that's about all they'll get right here. He looks to throw on first down. Scans the field. Passes on the move. Bad luck as he drops it. And that'll do it for us. Our final in this one is the Bears 32, the Eagles 16.